Zach, thank you. Right now at 10, all eyes are on Hurricane Laura as the storm strengthens in the Gulf of Mexico.
It is expected to become a Category 3 storm by the time it makes landfall early on Thursday.
Let's take a live look at the Galveston coastline. A mandatory evacuation order is now in effect, and several other areas near the Gulf are urging people to get out.
Evacuees are arriving here in San Antonio right now. This is brand new video of people arriving to a coordination center on the east side. We have seen at least 7 buses pull up in the last hour.
We have live team coverage tonight. Weather Chief Bill Taylor is tracking the storm's updated path.
But we want to start with Eyewitness News reporter Henry Ramos, live with the evacuees here in San Antonio. Henry?
Aaron and Deborah, within the last couple of hours that I arrived here, the line just keeps growing. 2 more buses just arrived here within the last few seconds, and check out this line right here. Here's what's interesting. Within the last half hour, they moved this line of cars onto the property here. They were just on Gimbler Road, inching close all the way to AT&T Parkway. And look at these buses right over here. This is the check-in. This is the welcome center. This is where the evacuees are here. They're checking into San Antonio. All of these cars are full with families, with stories. Some have children, pets, and the majority I spoke with say San Antonio is new territory, though they are familiar with hurricanes and they know when officials say to leave their home, they need to leave. Here's the interesting part to all of this. Earlier today, the city told me they were expecting 50 evacuees today. My goodness, that has changed from what we have seen. Now they told me at last account, according to police, 300 people here in line. Some have already left. So you may be asking, where are they going? Well, they're going to be heading to local hotels, and given that we are in a pandemic, things are very different. I want to put in perspective, like our county judge, Bexar County Judge Nelson Wolf put it to us, we can't have people jammed together in a shelter. This is why people and all of these evacuees will be going to local hotels so that they are separated and will have their own rooms. Now, I spoke with some people seeking refuge, waiting to be checked in. Here's what they said about running away from Mother Nature.
Got my grandbaby, my husband, and we just got to grab some clothes and came. Pray and hope that we do have something to go back to. Yes.
We will.
Yes.
Well, got it.
Regard everything, anything is possible.
And the majority, as you heard there, hoping that they will have something to come back home to. Tonight, I also spoke with the American Red Cross. They are in desperate need of volunteers, 160 just in the San Antonio area. And these volunteers, very critical in this mission. They're the ones that are checking in these evacuees at the hotels, making sure that they have all the necessities, making sure that they have PPE and masks, given the times that we are in. Also, within the last half hour, San Antonio Fire confirming to KENS 5 that they will have a better estimate as the number of evacuees arriving in San Antonio. Of course, it's all dependent on how the storms play out. But again, back out here live, as you can see, that line continues to grow. Let me pan this way, Gus, if we can show this way. We've got 2 buses that just arrived here within the last 2 seconds. And then right over here, you see a 3rd bus just arrived. By this account, we're looking at least 11 buses, again, packed with people, all coming from Southeast Texas. We'll continue to bring you the very latest on air and online at KENS5.com. We're live tonight in the East Side. Henry Ramos, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
Henry, thank you. And let's continue our live team coverage with Weather Chief Bill Taylor, who is tracking the timing of Hurricane Laura right now. Bill.
Yeah, Deb, this storm is intensifying quickly, nearly Category 2 status right now. Let's get to the big board and I'll show you a close-up view and give you an idea that the structure is really coming together. And then look at the size. If you go from one end to the other, we're at 231 miles. That's about here to Houston. So this storm is massive, and again, the structure is showing very rapid intensification that we're expected to only see continue, because as the storm moves a little bit farther west-northwest, it's moving into the hottest temperatures in the Gulf, about 87 to 88 degrees Fahrenheit. And when you look at this cloud top, by the way, speaking of temperatures, and you see those purples, it's measuring temperature. That's infrared satellite. And the higher the cloud top, the more purple that color. Those cloud top temperatures I just saw a moment ago are running at about 200 degrees below zero. Unbelievably tall. All right, here is the forecast. As we get into Wednesday and Wednesday evening, that rapid intensification takes it to Category 3 status. We've got winds of 120 miles per hour. It's now about 400 miles off the coast, but as it nears the Louisiana coastline, rapid intensification. Here's what changed on the forecast track tonight. We've seen the cone of probability really shrink. Where earlier it was including Houston, it's now farther off to the east, with it looking to go onshore over Cameron, Louisiana, just south of Lake Charles, and it's looking like about 1 or 2 a.m. on Thursday morning. Storm surge in Lake Charles could reach 7 to 9 feet of water pushing onshore. Deborah?
All right, Bill. And as Laura gets closer to landfall, you can track the storm on the KENS 5 app. Go to the Weather tab and click the Tropics Interactive Radar.